Hi everyone! So to start the headband, you are going to make a slip knot with your darker color. I have a dark pink, and you're going to make 87 chains. So to make a chain, you are going to yarn over and pull through. This pattern is super cute. I saw a creator called Art by Leonora who had made a tutorial on this pattern, and I had to make a headband out of it. For row 1, you just make sure that you have multiples of 3. And this is my chain complete. So if your yarn is a bit different, maybe thicker or maybe thinner, just go by the measurements. So mine is around 35 centimeters or around 14 inches if you stretch it a little bit, because it will stretch naturally. For row number 2, you have to take your light pink yarn or your lighter yarn, and you have to incorporate it into your row, even though we're not going to use it yet. To start row 2, you're going to take your dark pink and you're going to insert it into the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2. And you're going to make a single crochet. So to make a single crochet, you yarn over, make sure to go around the light pink, and you should have 2 loops on the hook, and then you yarn over and pull through. And that's a single crochet, and then you're going to make a second one in the next stitch. Now we're going to make a heart. To make the heart, you insert your hook, but instead of yarning over with the dark pink, you take the light pink. And then you yarn over with the dark pink and pull through both loops as normal. In the next stitch, we're going to make a normal single crochet with the dark pink. And as you can see, it makes a super cute heart. So for stitch number 5, we're going to make another single crochet with a dark pink and then another heart. So you insert your hook, yarn over with the light yarn, and then yarn over the dark yarn and pull through both loops. And you are going to keep going with this pattern until the end of this row. So you make 2 single crochets with a dark pink, then a heart, 2 single crochets, heart, etc. I'll meet you at the end of the row. So this is my last heart of the row, and you'll know you counted your chains in the beginning correctly if you finish your row with 2 single crochets. So that's my first one, and this is my second one. And that's the end of row 2. And this is what it should look like. So now you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. The back kind of looks like leopard print, which is pretty cool. And for row number 3, you are going to just single crochet in the dark pink, but you can choose to incorporate your light pink yarn, so you have less ends to weave in. But I personally don't like how it looks. I'm just showing you here how it looks like. As you can see on the right side, you can kind of see the light pink yarn through it. And I think it kind of ruins the heart pattern. So I just choose to not incorporate the light pink yarn. And you single crochet all the way. And then once you're done with the headband, you'll have more ends to weave in. It is what it is. Here I am at the end of the row. You should have in total 86 single crochets if you started with 87 chains in the beginning. And that was my 86. Then you chain 1, and don't worry if it curls up like mine, it will be fine in the end. And then you turn your work, and because we're gonna make hearts now, make sure to incorporate the light pink yarn again if you didn't before. It's a bit of a mess, but so now row number 4 is the same as row number 2. You're just going to make 2 single crochets at the beginning. And then you're going to make a heart. Make sure to keep the tension of the heart of the light pink yarn quite loose because I find that it makes prettier hearts. And then you make 2 single crochets with the dark pink yarn and then a heart. 2 single crochets, heart, 2 single crochets, heart, etc. until the end of this row, number 4. Here I am making my last heart of row number 4 and my last 2 single crochets. Then you chain 1. This is what it should look like. And then we turn our work. So for row number 5, it is the exact same as row number 3. We are just going to take our dark pink yarn and make 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 86 single crochets. So that's 85 and this is 86. Then you chain 1, you turn, now for row number 6, which is our last row to make the headband, we're going to make the exact same thing we did for row number 2 and for row number 4, and we're going to make the 2 single crochets, a heart, 2 single crochets, and a heart. That's my first single crochet, my second one, and then my heart. And then 2 more single crochet. This is my last single crochet of the row, and this is what your headband should look like right now. It's super cute. And you can now cut the light pink yarn at the back. And as you can see, now we just have 3 different ends to weave in. Yay! You can also cut the light pink yarn that we were using. We don't need it anymore. And now we're going to continue on this side of the headband. So you are going to chain 1, and you're going to make a total of 6 single crochets across the side. So the first one should be in the corner, right where you chained 1. Then the second one, you just keep going, and you go all across the side until you have 6, making sure to incorporate those ends. It'll make it much easier to weave in, and it'll make it more secure. This is my single crochet number 5, and the last one goes in the opposite corner. Now for row number 2 of the side, we are going to turn without chaining, and we're going to make a decrease. To make a decrease, you insert You yarn over and then you go to the next stitch, you insert yarn over, you should have 3 loops on your hook and then you yarn over and pull through. Then you make 2 single crochets and you make another decrease. So you should have 2 stitches. You insert your hook, you yarn over in the first stitch, insert your hook, yarn over in the second stitch. You should have 3 loops on your hook, then you yarn over and pull through all 3. That is a single crochet decrease. Then you turn without chaining once again, and you are going to make 2 single crochet decreases because we have 4 stitches. So that's single crochet decrease number 1 and decrease number 2. Now you have 2 stitches. You're going to turn without chaining and you're going to make the last decrease. It makes a little triangle, as you can see. Now to make the ties, you are going to chain 40. Once you're done, you can just cut the yarn. You can cut it pretty close. And then you are going to tighten it and make sure it is nice and secure. You don't want this coming loose. And then you can cut the excess yarn off. And that is one side of our headband done. Of course, we still have to weave in those ends. Now for the other side, we're going to do exactly the same thing, except we don't have a working yarn there. So in order to put the working yarn there, we are going to slip knot with our dark pink yarn. And we're going to insert our hook into the corner of the headband, and we're going to pull through that working yarn. Then you chain 1 to secure it. And we're going to make our 6 single crochet across the side. So that's 1 right in the corner. That's 2. Make sure to go around those ends. That's 3. 4, 5, and the last one goes right into that corner. And 6. So now we're going to repeat the exact same steps. So you're going to turn without chaining, and you're going to make a decrease, single crochet. Then we're going to make 2 single crochet. That's 1. That's the second one. And then you make 1 more decrease. Then you turn without chaining. We're going to make 2 decreases now. That's 1. And that's 2. Now for the last decrease, to finish our triangle, and then we chain 40. And we can cut off that yarn. So now all that's left is to weave in all of those pesky ends. Here I'm just showing you how I weave in one of them. So you take a darning needle, and I like to just, since this one already went back through once, I like to go back the other way just to make sure it's super secure. And then you can just snip them off. Now you do it to all the other ends and you're done. This is what the final headband looks like. Thank you so much for watching.